You haven't given it the full shot, the full Monty.
I'm not. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Wilbon's Bears beat the Packers, the Bills top the Jaguars, and the Patriots stuffed the Chargers. But we begin today with the biggest surprise of the weekend's NFL wildcard playoff games. San Francisco beating defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia in Philadelphia, where the Eagles had won 5 straight home playoff games. The 49ers lost tight end George Kittle to an Achilles tear in the second quarter, still won 23-19. 49ers scored 13 points in the third quarter and stopped the Eagles on a 4th and 11 on the last real play of the game. Wilbon, what is the focus? 49ers win or Eagles lose? I think they scored that in the fourth quarter, right? Not the third quarter.
Yeah, and
fourth
Tony,
quarter.
I don't know where to start this because I can't help myself but to take a shot at the Eagles.
Okay.
In this way. I'm tired of them. I grew tired of them 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know, that just drama, just every week, starting at like week 4, drama and A.J. Brown. I don't want get out. Just get out of our lives and let a team go out there who has one injured player after another, not just injured player like role player.
No, really good players.
Stars
really good
with like Fred Warner's been out, it seems like the entire year. I know it hasn't been. Then they lose Kittle yesterday. No, the 49ers are to be admired. By the way, I think that Shanahan is coach of the year, regular season. I know yesterday doesn't count. But for how he kept that team going in the proper direction without drama all season long. So I guess I've come to praise the Niners more than I've come to just heap criticism on the Eagles.
I had this completely wrong. I thought the Eagles were going to win comfortably. I thought they were going to do to the 49ers what the Seahawks had done to them a week before, just grind them down. That's what I thought would happen. The 49ers scored first, as incidentally, every winning team in the NFL scored first and then won the game. But I thought that their defense would not hold up. And for a while, I think I was right. Philadelphia was up 13-10 by the end of the first half. They had 2 long sustained drives. They held the ball 19 minutes out of the 30 minutes, right, which is a long time. But in the second half, they got nothing.
Like every week, they get nothing every week in the second half.
That's right. They are averaging 9.5 points in the second half, and this time they only got 6. Look, I give the 49ers a lot of credit here, and I give them special credit for that trick play at the beginning of the fourth quarter where the wide receiver, help me out here, Juwan Jennings.
Who used to be a quarterback.
Okay, so he does the option pass to Christian McCaffrey, who makes a great catch on a pass that is a little bit too long and a little bit too far right? And they end up...
If he had a glove, it would have been Willie Mays for San Francisco reference.
And then again, I'm looking at what the Eagles are going to do, and maybe you are referring to this as well. A.J. Brown drops passes.
Runs his mouth and doesn't perform.
Devontae Smith drops a pass. The Eagles dropped 4 third down passes. I don't think you can blame Jalen Hurts for
I don't blame Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown, get out already. You know, who was it? With Mike Singletary was talking about somebody else. You can't win with him. You can't, no more with him. Not this year.
Can I give you a small note on Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Okay, he had 114 yards from scrimmage and scored 2 receiving touchdowns. He has now gone his last 5 playoff games with over 100 yards from scrimmage. And all 8 of his playoff games, all 8, he has scored at least 1 touchdown. It's the longest streak of anybody to start their career in the NFL in history. You think Carolina feels bad trading him now? Because they should.
Yeah, they don't exactly know how to use him, apparently. Let's move to Sunday's 2 other games. Josh Allen earned his first road playoff win by powering his Bills past the white-hot Jaguars 27-24. And the Patriots stifled Justin Herbert, and the Chargers allowed just 207 yards of offense in a 16-3 win. Tone, which win did you find more impressive?
I think it's the Bills. They were facing a hotter team. Jacksonville, I think, had won 8 in a row, and the Bills were on the road. And can we be honest here? Yesterday, the Bills had nothing other than Josh Allen. They had nothing else. He willed them to win, and then he executed that. He put his body on the line every single play he was out there. He went to the blue tent twice, once because they thought he might have had a concussion, and once because he had a knee. Came back out. He leads them down the field. That last drive, who makes 10 yards on a quarterback sneak? I mean, he was...
Well, if you have a guy carrying you 6 of them...
So tough. He was so tough. And as you said, he had been 0-4 in road playoff games. And you know the last time the Bills won a road playoff game?
I was there. It was against Miami and Dan Marino.
In the 1992 season.
Ooh.
That's a long time ago. So
That's a long time.
Let me shift to the other thing for a second here.
Ago.
You know, I mean, New England was very impressive. They were very solid. They had very good defense. But they were playing at home. And as I told you the other day, I don't think the Chargers are as good as Jacksonville.
Everybody thought the New England Patriots would win that game.
So, you know, is Justin Herbert all that? Do you know what he is in the playoffs? He's now 0-3 with 2 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions.
He had one bad game of those 3. He threw 4 picks last year in the game. Tony,
they lost a 27-0 lead at one point.
That means somebody defensively needs to be on the hook.
Okay.
Okay, but Justin Herbert, I didn't think that was their fault. I thought the Patriots they were who we thought they'd be. Let's go back to Josh Allen.
He was something.
Josh Allen was a beast.
Yeah.
He was not going to let his team lose. The Jaguars did not play poorly at all.
No.
They didn't play quite well enough
to win.
Put that game away, and they had a chance to win. They get the tip pass at the end.
That's right.
But Josh Allen, man, I mean, for people who want to say, look, I don't think Josh Allen's team is good enough to get them past Denver in mile-high circumstances.
Well, you didn't think they were going to be Jacksonville.
No, I thought Jacksonville would win.
That's right.
I did.
That's right.
But Josh Allen, all praise to Josh Allen. So he's the most impressive to me. The Patriots were who we thought they would be. I thought they would be.
I also thought they played a team that is not. Okay, Jim Harbaugh has been there 2 years, got to the playoffs both years. Lots of applause for that.
Yeah.
You know what they've gone out by 2 years? You know the total combined score, 48-15. They have only had 1 offensive touchdown in 22 possessions over those 2 years.
They got some work to do in building that thing before, but I don't want to blame Justin. I'm not throwing Justin Herbert out, right? I mean, there's some teams that would.
So if I were to say to you that in the playoffs, he's sort of like Lamar Jackson, you would say no?
He's sort of like it.
That's what and he doesn't have the 2 MVPs? He doesn't have the 2 MVPs. All right, Wilbon, we have waited until now to get to the Bears game and the Rams game from Saturday. The Rams beat Carolina in Carolina on a last-minute touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford to tight end Colby Parkinson. And your Bears spotted the Packers a 21-3 lead in the first half and miraculously, as usual, came back to win. In which of Saturday's winners do you have more belief, in the Rams or in the Bears?
The Rams have the MVP. You and others have declared that.
I would
Matthew
vote for
Stafford.
Him. I'd vote for him.
They got the Offensive Player of the Year in Puka Nacua.
Okay.
They got this tight end who's a beast, who caught that game-winning touchdown pass right at the pylon on Saturday. The Rams have everything, I'm told. The Rams have everything, and yet they can barely survive Carolina after losing to Carolina once.
That's right.
So if I have a hope going into Sunday's game in Soldier Field, it's that the Rams either there's something up with their concentration level and they've lost 3 games they shouldn't have lost. They got beat at Carolina, but they're the more impressive team.
Are you just saying that?
They're the more impressive
team? Are you saying
team.
that because you want the Bears to win so badly that you don't want to put them on the spotlight?
I don't have any problem saying how badly I want the Bears to win.
Right.
Los Angeles has been more impressive, which is why they're a favorite in Vegas, which is why everybody's picking them. Do we have an MVP on our team for the season? Tell me if we do.
Has Los Angeles won 7 different games while trailing in the last minute?
No.
Who has done that?
We have.
I think the Chicago Bears have done that. Is that not the most impressive thing of the whole season?
Tony, it's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. It is. It's
week.
Amazing.
They win every week.
Every week, it's something where you just, it's as if they set it up and say, okay, we got to go further this week. We got to go deeper into the game with a bigger margin of deficit, and we're going to win it that way. And you just go, oh, my God, how do they keep doing this?
I would say that all things being equal, I am more impressed with the Rams. If you remember a few weeks back, we were asked to pick Super Bowl teams. I picked the Rams and you picked Seattle.
Yeah.
All things being equal, I would say that. But I will also tell you, in the fourth quarter on Saturday, I thought they were going to lose in Carolina like they lost 6 weeks ago.
Wow.
I thought they
Carolina
were. And then Matthew Stafford, who, yes, I think is the MVP this year, acted like the MVP. Here is his last drive. 6 of 7, 71 yards. The pass that was incomplete was dropped. And he closed it out with 38 seconds to go. And prior to the drive, he had said to Devontae Adams, quote, let's go snatch these guys' hearts. And he did.
That's another guy.
So all things being equal, here's what I don't think is equal. What I don't think is equal is that the Bears pull off miracles every single week.
Yeah.
Again, 7 times this year they have won while trailing in the last minute. they're going to play in Chicago against a Southern California team. The advanced weather says there could be a low of 8. So, it's down to 7. Okay.
Do I hear 6?
A Southern California
How about 3
team.
below?
So that's what I'm saying to you, that all things are not equal.
Tony, you're right about that. All things are not equal. Let me say this in praise about my team. They must have hellacious belief in each other and their coach at this point.
Seems that way.
Because they go in there at halftime and they have nothing.
I turned the game off.
You, like millions of others,
I turned it off.
Went to bed.
I said the game is over.
Listen. I was close to despair. Not all the way there yet. But they come out and defensively they put together enough of an effort. They gave up 1 long touchdown drive. And they somehow, Tony, they cobbled together these possessions where Caleb Williams goes from being for 3 quarters to Joe Montana in the 4th.
You could not have thought.
Unbelievable.
You could not have thought at 21-3 that you were going to win that game. Against the Packers in a stadium they're familiar with, against a team they're familiar with? No, you couldn't. Let's take a break. Coming up, what is the word for what Indiana did to Oregon on Friday night?
Ooh. And where does the signing of Alex Bregman put the Cubbies and leave the Sox?
It's a miracle season for the Bears so far. It's a miracle.
It's magical.
You had them 0-5 at the beginning of the year.
Completely magical.
Let's find out what's popping with the peeps in mail time. What's first? It's your
Am I
read.
going to read the first one? I'm going to tear the mailbox down.
It's your read.
Come off the moorings. What's the word for Indiana's win over Oregon?
My word is unbelievable. My word for everything that has happened since they've gotten Curt Cignetti is unbelievable. They went over 100 years, loss after loss after loss after loss. Curt Cignetti is now 26-2 and 15-0 this year. They rolled. You want to talk about roll tide? They rolled Alabama 38-3. They were the only bye team in 2 years to win. Then they rolled Oregon 56-22. Okay, their combined scores against Oregon, Ohio State, and Alabama this year, I believe that's 4 games total, is 107-36, right? The Indiana defense cost the Oregon quarterback, Dante Moore, about $100 million. First play, pick 6, and then 2 bad fumbles after that. Meanwhile, Fernando Mendoza, that guy now has, in the 2 games he's played in the playoffs, he has more touchdowns, 8, than he has incompletions, 5. I'm going to give you a number now that is impossible to believe. The plus-minus in 15 games for Indiana this year is plus 473. Let me repeat that, 473. That's not possible, right? You know why? Because it's unbelievable.
There are other words, and they are in that line, fictional and cinematic. This is a movie script. You don't have this. We're Indiana, not the other football program in the state, Notre Dame. Indiana. They are pounding people. Tony, the only thing I wonder, I'm going back to 1983 season. I think it was January 1st or 2nd of 84 when we had Nebraska, which was all powerful.
Right.
And they played the U. And the U won that game on a Nebraska missed 2-pointer. But Irving Fryer dropped a pass.
Because Nebraska had a history of winning national championships.
Yes.
These people cannot ever let their foot off the gas because they've never won anything.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the one game.
So you're predicting Miami to win?
No, I'm not predicting. I'm just saying when it's too good to be true, maybe it is.
It hasn't been so far.
Has pummeled people.
Plus 473.
I'll give you another one. Maybe it's Ali Liston. I mean, you know where you just go, these people have no chance.
Right.
Except they have a chance.
So you're in the Big Ten. You pay attention to the Big Ten.
I watch Indiana every snap.
And how terrible have they been your whole life?
There's only now, officially, one school that has more losses.
I believe it's the purple.
I don't want to say it out loud.
I believe it's the purple.
But you know, unlike other regions of the country where people hate their rivals and they won't.
You don't hate
I'm rooting for Indiana.
You should.
I am.
It's a Big Ten school. What does Alex Bregman's signing say about the Cubs, and where does it leave the Sox?
It leaves the Sox with plenty of money to spend on somebody else. I don't know whether they want Bellinger or Tucker. The Red Sox go out and spend, and they do what they want to spend, so I'm wasting no time on that. The Cubs going to get Bregman. I was angry. I'm one of those Cub fans who said, if you people don't do something in this offseason that's major, right, you let Kyle Tucker walk, and I wouldn't have paid Kyle Tucker $300 million or whatever it's going to be either. So I don't blame the Cubs for that. But they went and got Bregman, who they flirted with last year, and now We have an infield of Bregman, Swanson, Horner, and Michael Busch, which is probably the best defensive infield in baseball and may just be the best infield. That's a big deal for the Cubs, which made the playoffs, lost a 5-game series to Milwaukee last year in the playoffs. This is a big deal.
So, I mean, I was thinking that the Red Sox could always go back to Rafael Devers at third, but you know why they can't? Because he was poison, and they traded him away.
Maybe they didn't go back and get him. So he wasn't that great there.
I think that's a bridge too far for him to come back. So they went from 2 third basemen to no third baseman. And they are I think the only team in the major leagues that has not signed a free agent so far.
They'll do it
the
tomorrow.
A's have done it. The Marlins have done it. The Pirates have done it. Yeah, they have
the
money.
Red Sox.
They have money and they can do it.
They have resources.
I'm going to yield all the things on the Cubs to you except to say this, that from an outsider's point of view, this feels sort of like a promise that was made in this regard. When you say to Craig Counsell, you leave Milwaukee and you come to the Cubs, and we will make sure that we put a team out there and you take us home. It feels to me like Bregman is part of that, because Bregman is the real deal.
Yes.
Bregman has rings. And this is an important thing. He's an all-star. He's got rings. He's supposedly great in the clubhouse. That, to me, feels like a very big addition.
It's a huge addition.
Yeah.
I would have been okay if we wound up with Bo Bichette as well, who's 4 years younger. But I'm not going to turn my nose at Bregman, who apparently is a massive influence on the field and in the clubhouse. And, of course, most teams need that, particularly the Cubs. They haven't won anything. Very excited.
Well, they won a few years ago. They hadn't won anything in 100 years.
That's 10 years.
That's 10 years, not 100 years.
Close.
Enough email. Let's take one last break. Still to come, Lane Kiffin, your boy, reportedly lands his quarterback for LSU.
And who has the edge tonight between the Texans